No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Pow day.
Dude, let's go.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live from BroncoNationNews.com is presented by RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. All Bronco Nation news broadcasts come from the Western Collective Studios. Head down to Western Collective's locations in Garden City or downtown Boise to try some of their delicious beers, including the Horseshoe Golden Ale, the first beer to support an NIL collective. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Happy opening day to all that celebrate. We got the Cardinals. We got the Mariners. I was so happy. I knew Johnny, we couldn't count on Tuss to wear Mariner gear today, but I knew I was risking it a little bit wearing red today too. But I said, you know what? Johnny's going to back me up. He's going to have some Mariners gear today. He's Johnny Ballgame, KTIK, The Ticket. My name is BJ Rains, and we're here for 45 minutes to talk about the Mariners and Cardinals getting ready to meet in the 2025 Fall Classic in about 6 months.
Love it, man. Opening day for baseball. You know, I didn't think about it as early in the morning as I typically do on opening day. You wake up and then all of a sudden it's just, dude, it's opening day. We got so much stuff flying around here.
Yes.
On the Blue Pro Day yesterday. You know, my head's all over the place with this thing. So, yes, I can't wait to go home and watch the Mariners. I will. But, man, lots to talk about today here in Boise, Idaho, BJ.
Yeah, no doubt. Hope you can hear us okay, see us okay. We're streaming this from my cell phone, so if there are any issues, I apologize in advance, but let us know if anything if anything is wrong or right. But we do have some football transfer news to get off right off the bat. Johnny, we did just watch practice. We watched Pro Day yesterday. We were expecting to talk about our Pro Day observations and talk about what we saw at practice today, and we will get to those. But Andrew Simpson not out there with the linebackers today, and he has sent out a tweet. Andrew Simpson transferring from the Boise State football team. The first, what I would call massive loss, and I guess you could say that Taylon Green factors into that, but there was a coaching change and things there. But Andrew Simpson entering the transfer portal.
Wow. You're talking an all-league caliber player. He's been an all-league player 2 years ago. Last year, he slipped. He wasn't an all-league player, but he was preseason all-league. And he's Andrew Simpson. I mean, he's a dangerous player. He's a player who hopes to play on Sundays. Would probably have a pretty good opportunity for that. They are, I don't know how deep they are or aren't at that position. I know you're going to see a lot more of Marco now.
Yeah.
And Jake Ripp. Okay, here we go. Do you move Jake Ripp back to linebacker.
I had that thought.
Because you moved him to edge because you couldn't see the field because you had Drew and Marco. Now you just have Marco. Maybe Jake Ripp comes back to fill the void there. So yes, it hurts, but you were saying on the Blue today, BJ, when this news dropped that Andrew Simpson's no longer with this team. By the way, he was just at Pro Day yesterday. I saw him in the weight room.
We saw him at practice on Tuesday.
It was just like, oh, what's up, Drew? Like he was there, and this is the world that we live in now with college football. But you were kind of saying there on the sidelines, like, Boise State fans have been extremely lucky, and this is maybe a good shot in the arm for this fan base that maybe it hasn't had yet in regards to
a reminder.
Yeah,
I don't know what the right phrase is, but
because he's going to get, you guys, Andrew Simpson is going to get paid like high six figures, in my opinion. USC, possibly he's a Bosco kid. Never count out Oregon, but their roster is so loaded. I don't know what they'd pay, but he's doing this because he's going to make high level money. And that's the one thing, BJ, that this thing doesn't offer in the developmental program that Spencer Danielson preaches. It doesn't make you rich here. And some programs, they'll make you rich.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to say no to.
I mean, we obviously Ashton Genty is the big one. Tyson Degenhardt's the big one. But you can go down the line with all these guys. And again, there's another transfer portal opening up here, Johnny, next week, where the Cage Caseys of the world, the Jaden Virgin Morgans, you're going to have to go through this again for the next month. Johnny trying to hang on to these guys again when these schools start coming to them and saying you should enter back in to the portal. But I do think this is a rude awakening, a wake-up call, whatever you want to call it. Shot, just low blow, whatever. Just, hey, Boise State, as you said, has what you want to call it, luck, you want to call it whatever. They have not lost too many guys in any sport in the portal yet. And a lot of these guys are taking way less money to stay here. And it is not just because
you have these numbers, a lot of them off the record.
Just because Ashton Genty stayed here, just because Tyson Degenhardt stayed here, doesn't mean the next group's going to. And to this point, they've been pretty lucky, Johnny. But I mean, you have to look at this place and just say, like, it's Boise State, it's awesome, it's great, but it's not Texas, it's not Michigan, it's not whoever they're going to probably try to get. So, I mean, I just think like you just think about where they're at right now. And I think like more NIL money is needed, more expectation that this doesn't happen all the time where guys just stay is needed. So I think that fans kind of got a little, they're going to stay. They're not leaving. They love the culture here. They love Spencer. Like they're not leaving, even though they're getting offered way more money elsewhere. And at some point money talks, and you can't blame the kids to make life-changing money if they have a chance to go get that bag. We'll find out if Andrew Simpson already has, maybe he already got an offer. He has a spot in mind.
I would think, not reporting anything. I mean, that's the one thing fans can be mad at. This is a poach. Andrew Simpson was not in the portal in our estimation before knowing what was on the other end.
Well, he's not technically in the portal for another week or whatever.
Yeah, why would Andrew Simpson even go to the portal? He's probably one of the higher paid players on this roster, and he has everything in front of him, including maybe a shot to play on Sundays. Like, this to me is like, it's poaching. Some program somewhere said, if you're in the portal, this is what we're going to offer you. So you got to get in the portal. That's the illegal thing.
Yes.
If Drew goes to the portal first and says, hey, I don't have any idea where I'm going, I just don't want to play there anymore, then it's a different story.
Or an agent told him he's going to get this amount of money or something.
I doubt this is that, BJ.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly what happens. Exactly why Spencer Danielson says every year, 12, 13 of our players contacted illegally.
Yes.
I'm sure this is there. So if fans want to be mad at the process, hell yeah. Be mad at the process. But, for Drew to take advantage of this, and
well, like I said,
I get it.
He's getting his bag. We'll be very curious to see where he ends up. But fans just have to remember, like, it was very rare for them to keep everybody but Prince Strawn in December. To keep all the guys they had. I mean, think about Ty Benefield and all these guys. We could go down the list of players that other teams would have wanted. And now the transfer portal opens again here in a week, where all these same schools that Boise State, who was it that Oregon, Dirk Cutter, I think, said Oregon offered $700,000 to somebody, or somebody came out and said that, like, they're just going to add a couple $100,000 to that offer and come back at them again here this week and next week. So I just think that it is a good reminder. I guess not good's not the right word. An unfortunate reminder that this happens everywhere. A lot of these teams lose a lot of players. I mean, Donovan Dent True Washington. They were in the portal before their coach even left. I mean, at New Mexico basketball, like, it is not normal for Boise State to have been keeping as many players as they have. And they're going to have to, at some point, the culture, the blue, the city can only go so far, Johnny. I mean, you're liking your roommate, having your girlfriend go here, whatever. Like, that only goes so far. At some point, these are college kids that want to get paid. And if Boise State wants to not have this continue to happen, it's an unfortunate reminder that they're really going to have to step up the NIL game and get even more money than they already have, or unfortunately, this is going to keep happening.
Yeah, I mean, go to your boss wherever you work and say, I love this job. I love everything about it. I'm not even applying for any other job. I'm just happy here. But I was contacted with this opportunity where this other place is going to offer me 7 times the money that I'm happily making here. But I mean, because I'm imagining it's probably in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Drew's making, I don't know, spitballing 100, 150, 160 to play here.
Yeah.
And there's a team that has 8 or 700. The difference is just astronomical. And
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
And anybody on this program, we would all have to consider if it is in fact a raise 7 times the amount of money that you're currently making.
I'll go
you
back
can just buy kids now.
I'll go back to RJ Keene. I've been told RJ Keene could get $100,000 in the transfer portal.
Yeah, college basketball is crazy.
RJ Keene, I love RJ Keene, but I mean, will he ever make $100,000 playing basketball? Like,
I don't know, man. I like RJ Keene too. He's got 2 more years of eligibility.
But he's not. I'm not trying to put value on kids, whatever. But like, that's my example. Is that RJ Keene is going to probably turn down 6 figures to stay here and make 25, 30, 35. I don't know, whatever he's going to get out of his deals. But like, it's just, that's rare, man. A lot of these kids, they have a chance to make that kind of money. They are gone. And unfortunately, with the process, who can really blame them? I don't know if I like this two transfer portal windows. I don't know if I like one. I don't know if you should get one free one and then you should have to sit out a year. I don't know if we need, when the revenue sharing, if we get into the contracts here, Johnny, but the process just does seem messed up right now.
I want contracts, sign a kid to a 1, 2, 3, 4 year deal. And yeah, if you want to get out, great. There's a buyout with that.
Okay.
Like, for example, it's like Spencer Danielson and Boise State in some type of system. If you're going to lose Andrew Simpson, the team he goes to has a certain amount that they need to donate to Boise State's collective.
Okay.
Like the European soccer transfer.
Yeah.
Same thing like Shohei Ohtani, Ichiro, when he went to the Mariners had to pay the Oryx Blue Wave in the Pacific League
give Boise
a bunch
State
of money.
some sort of reward for finding him, for developing him and bringing him in.
So
yes.
Boise State, he wants to leave. Okay, we're okay with it, whatever. Now you need to pay whatever the price is, that type of thing. So maybe there's some type of kickback.
Okay.
I think that's that system would be okay. In contracts, sorry, dude, you're not in the portal. Patrick Mahomes might like to play for the Giants next year for $727 million over 4 years.
Yeah.
He can't do that. In college, you can. Every single year. You're a free agent. Every single year. If you can get contracts, I think that would slow that process down a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, we were looking at some of his stats earlier, Johnny. I mean, in terms of on the field, his loss here was a second-team All-Mountain West player a couple years ago. I think, the last 2 years, 27 tackles for loss between the 2 years. The numbers came down a little bit this year, Johnny. I know he was battling some injuries kind of behind the scenes and things. But overall, I mean, this is, everyone's saying next man up, whatever. I get it, but this is a big loss for this defense.
It is. But I will say this: who would have thunk this team's going to lead the nation in sacks, and Andrew Simpson is going to have 3.5 of them? Wait, what? If you'd have told me that before the year, I would have said Drew Simpson might be the Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year if this team leads the nation in sacks. So they were able to do that without the sack production. Now, him being out there, he's just one of the best players, guys. We watch practice. Drew flies around. He's one of the best players on the team. So you don't get to just next man up. Now you get to be one of the best players on the team now because you're up. That's not how it works, as you know.
Was he Ashton's roommate?
Drew, Zion, and Ash.
Yeah.
Was that it?
I think it
I
was.
think it was Drew, Zion, and Ash.
Now do you have to keep an eye on Zion now?
Well, maybe that's part of the reason because, Ash moved them into the house that he got. Now Ashton's lease is running out.
They got
I don't need to live in this palace
They got to
anymore.
pay for rent now.
Oh, they had the nicest house probably anybody had on the team. They're living with Ash, man. But
probably neighbors with Spencer or something.
Yeah. This is just joking. Drew was accustomed to this certain life. He was living with Genty. Now
he's got someone's got to pick up the tab now at the
can't
meals
go back
and
to a regular apartment situation. All kidding aside, but yeah, he's one of their best players. I am excited to see, honestly, what Jake Rip can do, maybe in a new role. There's going to be a lot of snaps, man. A lot of it. So
they're bringing
a lot
of
snaps available now that Drew's gone.
Clay Martineau, his name's come up.
I like the
grab your roster
kid.
here.
I like the Martineau kid, dude.
Yeah,
I really do. Other than that,
Chase Martin was
a bunch of guys you're developing. A bunch of guys you're developing.
And you know what? Honestly, now you probably hit the transfer portal again.
100%.
You replace him. That's the new. I mean, he left. The only good thing about this is he didn't leave in June. He left right now, where they now know. Okay, let's go find ourselves a veteran linebacker that we can promise a lot of playing time to.
And I mean,
right?
Let Spencer recruit somebody. I mean, he that guy's batting like 800 in this thing. Spencer gets who he wants. Sure. Maybe you get the replacement, but I'm excited about the opportunity that Jake Rip has. We talked to him, what was that, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
He's huge, dude.
Yeah.
Jake Rip luckily has one of those bodies where he keeps working out. The muscle keeps coming. Sometimes it stops. You are who you are genetically. And I see Jake Rip come in a couple days ago, and he's ripped. And you're like, damn, okay, maybe this guy can play edge. Maybe he can. He's backing up JVM right now on the depth chart. And all of a sudden, Jake Rip might be moving into a nickel linebacker position with Marco.
Yeah. All right, I want to get to Pro Day and also what we saw at practice today. The Andrew Simpson opening segment here. Any final thoughts on that, or should we move on?
Yeah, no, let's move on. It happens. It might be a tough pill to swallow for Boise State.
Andrew Simpson, we are supposed to talk to some coaches. Stacy Collins, his position coach, scheduled to meet with the media here at some point in the next few weeks. We do have some interviews after practice today, so we'll try to get more information on that and follow that story. But yeah, Andrew Simpson, big blow to this defense entering the transfer portal. But now I think the Broncos can just go hit the portal and replace him. Ashton Genty was the star at Pro Day yesterday. I want to get Johnny's thoughts on that. But first, you're watching a free show here on social media, thanks to our great sponsors, including rowpaint.com. Andy Rowe and company do a tremendous job. All your concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting, all your painting needs. Hit up our title sponsor, Andy Rowe, and rowpaint.com. Taco Bell, the food is great. They got the, all the great traditional food items, the great new cantina bowls, the all kinds of the Lux Cravings boxes and the slushies that my kids love, the cheesy roll-ups. They are hiring those well. So if you're looking for a job, free food while you work, half the wages the next day after your shift, and some great promotional opportunities. So we appreciate the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family. Check them out. Get a location near you or get more information at TacoBellWorks.com. Hey, Idaho Central Credit Union, Tyson Degenhardt, they were one of the first companies in the NIL game to step up and keep him in Boise. You can return the favor. ICCU.com. The Raines family is so happy we made the switch to ICCU. We didn't realize what we were missing until we came over, and just so happy. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. It's the small stuff you don't think about. Card control, obviously one of those, and we appreciate ICCU. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but just check them out online at ICCU.com. Hey, I know Johnny's going to be picking up that $5 meal deal here between this show and interviews. 2 hot dogs and a kettle chips for $5 at Jackson's. Hit up a local Jackson's location here in the Treasure Valley. 2 hot dogs and a kettle chips for $5, and also 99-cent coffee anytime, day or night, using that Let's Go Rewards app. Hey, Snake River Pool and Spa Patio and Game, thespateam.com. You can check them out online, and whether it's a pool table, whether it's a spa, whether it's a sauna, they got you covered. Locations in Twin Falls, Boise, Meridian, Nampa. Been around since 1978. They're part of the Boise State home team. Again, view their full inventory and options at thespateam.com. The Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. Appreciate Travis Hawks and company. The Blue and Orange Store.com is their website. You can go to the Boise Town Square Mall, 2nd floor next to Pro Image as well. And they got the clearance rack right there. Best value in town. The Blue and Orange Store online, theblueandorangestore.com. And our friends at Lithia Ford of Boise, lithiafordboise.com. Saw Jim Sturk at Pro Day yesterday. Great company, great folks over there. Jim and Jamie Drake, the whole crew. So Lithia Ford of Boise, They got some great deals going on right now. You can view their full inventory of options at lithiafordboise.com. And Johnny, I want to throw in one more plug. Tomorrow's the day we're giving away our trip. We are giving away a trip to Vegas to watch the college basketball crown next week. If you're interested in going and you're a paying BNN subscriber, you get a free entry. One free entry into the raffle for being a paid subscriber to BNN. If you want to purchase additional entries, they're $20. We're donating to the Idaho Youth Sports Commission, also to my son's Little League team for a travel tournament. BNN is not profiting off this raffle, can promise you that. And if you are not a paying subscriber, you can also jump into the $20 raffle if you'd like. And the cool part about this is, and you can just Venmo me, we'll get it done there. But Johnny, the cool part about this is, if you can go the whole time, Circa will give you 8 nights, and they will give you tickets to all 4 games, every game in the whole tournament if you want to go to. If not, you only want to go for the weekend, even if Boise State's not playing, that's fine too. They'll give you whatever part of the week you can go. That's the week that they will, whether it's 2 nights or 8, Circa will is ready to get you down there and have you be a part of this crown tournament. And Johnny, it's during the Final Four as well. So it's going to be a cool trip, the actual Final Four, if you want to go down there and do that. But should be fun. Circa, the crown tournament next week with Boise State.
Isn't that crazy? It just occurred to me because I got a text from a friend of mine asking me what lines I like tonight. Dude, we have March Madness tonight. Were you aware? It just hit me, guys, and I'm sorry. So much is going on. Dude, we got 4 Sweet 16 games tonight, man.
We do.
Love this. What a little sports day this is with baseball opening day and the Sweet 16 kind of matching together. That's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun. Again, if you want to get in the crown tournament, send me an email and I'll get you your free entry in there. If you can go for part of the trip next week, send me an email and you're a paying subscriber. I'll get you in there. And again, you can purchase some extra raffle tickets. Venmo me. We'll get that done today if you want to. And tomorrow with Jay Tust at 9 a.m. we'll give away this trip and make the details and have fun for the crown next week. We are doing some basketball interviews today, so you can listen to Idaho Sports Talk 3 o'clock today. They'll probably have some interviews with Leon Rice and some players as well as we get you set for the crown and get kind of their mindset, as they get set. It's gotta be a weird feeling. I mean, they you just mentioned the Sweet 16, Elite 8 going on. When they take the floor on Monday in Vegas, there'll be 4 teams left in the NCAA tournament. They're going to be one of the last teams in the country still playing basketball.
That's rare these days because no one wants to be playing right now. Kids want to be in the portal.
Yeah.
They want to be on break. They want to be figuring it out. And this program's able to keep most of the band together to go after something and really show his culture. And you're right, I was walking into the building today and I see Alvaro walking too. And I'm thinking oh yeah, dude, he's
going to practice.
He's going to practice. He's getting ready for the crown. So that'll be fun. And that's a cool package you and Circa are putting together. What a trip that could end up being for someone to go down there and see that tournament, stay in Circa every night. Yeah, you guys do good things, man.
Well, speaking of Vegas, how about this for a segue? Vegas Raiders, a possible pick for Ashton Jeanty at number 6. Their general manager, their running backs coach were in town, had lunch, early dinner, whatever you want to call it, with Ashton Jeanty after the pro day workout yesterday. Wasn't quite the circus yesterday at pro day, Johnny, that I was expecting. I really thought Pete Carroll would be here. I really thought there'd be another head coach or two. We know the Broncos are interested. It's an easy flight. I thought maybe you'd have a Sean Payton. There were 0 NFL head coaches there, but you did have 6 position coaches that I counted, which is more than I can remember. I don't even think Leighton Vander Esch had 6 linebacker coaches come his year.
No, it's a lot.
So 6 position coaches, 1 GM, a lot of scouts, but I didn't think overall it was that much busier or crazier than a normal pro day. But either way, Ashton Jeanty had his chance to work out and briefly, didn't do a whole lot, but got out there, showed that he was healthy, that he had been working out, and he showed that when he took his shirt off, but he certainly did some nice things out there in the 5-10 minutes we saw him. Caught a couple passes, went over a couple of bags.
Brilliant routes.
Yes.
I mean, you can tell he was a receiver in high school for the most of his career, except 1 year, I think.
Yeah.
Because he sat behind that kid who went to Ball State or Bowling Green or
That's
something.
right, yeah.
There was a kid ahead of him, so he had to wait. He only played 1 year, I think, at running back, and you saw the receiving skills, you saw the breaks, you saw the cuts. You're like, okay, they could have easily, they didn't need to, but man, there is a running back passing tree just waiting for Ashton Jeanty to run routes with at the next level. They will get him in space because you have to get him in space, especially at that level.
Well, I saw somebody saying, it's a shame he didn't run the 40, and they were retweeting the video that I had of one of his passes where he's running right down the middle at full speed, catching the pass, and somebody's like, yeah, if only he'd run the 40 today, maybe our team should take him. Like,
yeah, those people
he was pretty in the limited action he was out there, pretty impressive, but it made no sense for him to do anything. Some people like Mike Prater were saying he shouldn't even, why even do the drills? Nope. But I guess the teams at least want to see that you're in shape still, that you've been working out, and that and that you're not injured or anything. And that was basically all he needed to do.
He looked great in those drills.
Yeah. But he caught 3 passes, I think, ran for a couple. They did a couple pass pro drills, maybe 9 or 10 total reps.
Did you see him shove Ahmed on that? They had Ahmed line up with the pad to block him. And you could tell Ashton's like, okay, Ashton Genty, almost like with ease, he just moved Ahmed, who's 265 pounds. Just moved him. Go back and look at that play. It's tremendous. No, he was a rock star.
You mean on the video that the UNLV guy posted? Yeah, it was a good.
He stole
good video.
That was
good video.
Dude,
glad
you guys,
to see that guy at Pro Day.
Anybody who's commenting who helped BJ roast that UNLV guy for stealing his video.
Well, it was tough. He took all of our videos. It wasn't just me.
He just zoomed in on it.
He went all over Twitter, took a compilation of me and Jay and everyone's videos, and then posted his own video saying, "Here's Ashton Genty at Pro Day." And when we called him out on it, I said, "Oh, somebody sent it to me. Sorry." I'm like, well, if somebody sent it to you, why didn't you at least give that guy who sent it to you credit then? Because you weren't here. But
that's the old college football coach. When Spencer calls a coach and says, dude, you're on my guys again. Oh, I didn't know about it. Okay, whoa. We don't do that here. We're sorry. Hey, we'll talk to it. We'll talk to it.
It's one of those media things that no fans care about, but media members like
stealing your footage.
Yeah, stealing credit, photos, videos. Someone else posted on a Raiders thing on Facebook my photo of the Raiders GM and didn't just he's in Boise. Didn't say where. It is what it is. One of those things no fans care about media complaining when they don't get credit.
You sick the dogs on them.
I know.
You sick the dogs. Like the BNN crew saw that. And they were shredding. Yeah. That guy had a crappy night on social media last night. But all kidding aside.
Ashton Genty, 11.5 is where I'm putting the over-under right now because Ryan Clady was number 12. That's the highest draft pick Boise State's ever had. Do you think, what are you feeling? I mean, it feels like 6 to 16 is kind of the range for Genty right now. Ultimately, does he become the highest player ever drafted at Boise State?
100%. I believe he's going to be a Vegas Raider. He wants to be a Vegas Raider. His agent. I mean, of course he does. He'll get more money being a Vegas Raider than he will any team that takes him later.
Sure.
Look how the wages are scaled.
The signing bonuses and all that.
Top 6. If he goes 6th versus like 21st, that's like $15 million in contract value over the year. So they want to go as early as they can, and feels like he likes everything about Las Vegas. The agent too at 6. They were the only GM here. We talked to the agent. He said he was like, we're pressed for time. And we got lunch with the Raiders GM and meeting with all these other teams. I think he's going to be a Raider. I think the brain trust there of Spytek, Tom Brady, and Pete Carroll are going to realize how special this freaking kid is. And I think the day he steps foot in the AFC West, he becomes the best skill position player in the division, non-quarterback. The Chargers, the Broncos, and the Chiefs, they don't have any skill position player on offense that does what Genty does. He'll make that offense from the worst running game in the league to probably top 12, top 13. His personality and Pete Carroll's personality are like peanut butter and jelly. Smiles,
I was going to ask you about
dancing, hugging.
What about how Pete Carroll likes to use, what about how Pete Carroll likes to use the running game?
He's going to put the ball in his hand 300 times next year. He will be their offense. Geno Smith, they'll be fine. I mean, they're not going to – I don't know what they're going to do, wins and losses. I don't know how the Raiders pass on him, man. I know it's a deep class. And the Raiders with the second rounder, you'll still get an RB1 and a really, really good one. I know all that. I just think Genty is further ahead. And if he doesn't go to the Raiders at 6, I'm looking at the Bears at 10, Saints maybe 9.
Cowboys at 12.
Yeah, I just don't – I mean – yeah, I think he's going to go. I think Clady won't have that record anymore. I think Genty will go before him. He's man,
and I like Genty on the turf too. That Allegiant Stadium down there with his speed.
My brother's a Raiders season ticket holder. Yeah. Kidding me? I can't wait. I hope that's where he goes. Really close talking about him on Idaho Sports Talk, like same time zone type of thing, close to it. I would love to see Ashton Jeanty go to the Raiders, and
all right,
the Raiders need to be cool again. The autumn wind is a Raider. I can see it right now. NFL films, slow motion, Jeanty running, giving a dude a stiff arm, hurdling a guy. You know, I can see it. Like, he's perfect for that.
Yeah.
He'll bring the Raiders back. I mean, I hope all that could happen. Ooh, there's my deal. BJ, I think he's going to go 6 to the Raiders. I do. I think they're going to. I don't think they can pass him up.
So good day for Jeanty, and his stock continues to go higher and never be higher. What else from Pro Day stood out to you? Obviously, Ahmed Hassanin had a pretty nice showing. 32, I think, official reps on the bench press. They took 2 away, but folks are saying on the loving ball game's out of control. Gotta love ball game. Johnny is awesome.
Just sometimes it gets the best of me, man. NFL films, the Raiders,
one of a kind. I agree, man.
You
are one of a kind, man. You are one of a kind.
I hope we see that.
And like somebody said, without any drugs or alcohol.
Yeah. So, that wasn't always the case. That's how I lost all this weight, ladies.
All right. What else? Ahmed Hassanin, 32 reps on the bench press officially. A nice day for him. He didn't run the 40 because he was fine with his time from Combine. Did nice work in the drills too. I mean, I think Ahmed, I know Boise State's had some heartbreak on day 3 of the draft where we think guys are going to get picked and they don't sometimes, but I think Ahmed has made himself probably a day 3 pick here.
Well, he would have been day 3. Are you saying day 2?
No, I think he's for sure going to get drafted.
100%. I agree with that. Ahmed's going to get picked.
Okay.
I agree.
How high can he get? Can he get 5th?
The talk yesterday was, can he go day 2?
Okay.
That's 3rd round. Friday night, round 2, round 3. Because, man, you're getting so much more whatever team drafts him. The only thing might be the physical limitations somehow, some way holding him back. He's going to learn everything. He's going to be more into that team than anybody on the roster. He's Ted. He's there every day. And whoever drafts him going to love him. The question is, you might like him in round 5, 6, 7. It's fine. Ahmed's one of those guys, does not matter where he goes, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go in the 7th round and he'll come there. He'll make the team.
He seems the 100%. Just leave the door cracked open for him. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what round, free agent, tryout, whatever. Ahmed Hassanin, once they get him in the door, they're not going to let him leave.
The question is Shea Oladipo. And I'll ask you that. To me, that's the number 3 NFL prospect that we saw yesterday.
He looks good physically, man. His weight, you could tell he had toned up a little bit.
I think Shea Oladipo could be an NFL player. Yes, he's going to have to be in the right situation, and we'll see. I think Tubner is going to be in a mini camp. He'll have a shot. He'll get to put a helmet on and prove somebody. I think he gets that shot.
Oladipo.
Cam Camper looked smooth yesterday. I don't think Camper gets drafted, but maybe a day 3 guy. He had put up good numbers at multiple schools. He's just battled injuries.
We saw Dalmas kick a 63-yarder out here.
God, I hope Jonah will be in a camp like he was telling us on IST. They'll bring him in to try to beat out a vet. And
Signature Roofing.
He can. You're right.
Official roofing company of the Bronco Nation.
But Shea Oladipo's the one. Shea Oladipo's the one. Maybe he's a day 3 pick.
Okay.
He's fast. He put up more on the bench than Ben Dooley, right?
19, I think
close.
It was. Yeah.
Or maybe Dooley had 21.
It was really close. Yeah.
Oladipo was benching with the linemen. And he's a DB, and he's played nickel. He's played corner.
And he was coming off surgery, he said, on his wrist. So
4 years. So I think Shea Oladipo. It's kind of weird. I wish he would have got a combine invite. Tyreek Jones got a combine invite a couple of years ago.
What team we got rolling in here? What team we got rolling in here? Is there a Boise State match here somewhere for some sport? What do we got here?
Softball. Is there a softball game today?
They're heading to UNLV this weekend. I don't think that'd be for the softball team. We got a nice motor coach pulling into town here.
Ridden on a lot of those.
Yeah.
In my Vandal times. Yep. Anyway, I could see that. But Ahmed, I'm at the point now where Ahmed's going to get drafted. People are going to want that story, that dedication, that work ethic. I mean, you get Ahmed, you spend 10 minutes with him, and you feel like your life has been changed. It's weird. He has that aura on people, kind of like Spencer has, and to an effect, Ashton.
Yeah, I think he's and not maybe from not that angle, but a Scott Matlock, one of those guys that just worked his way up, and then once he got into the NFL, system, they realized, well, damn, this guy's pretty, he's a good player.
Matlock was there yesterday. He's looking like a brick. Man, that dude's raw. Are you right? You
Yeah.
saw Matlock yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Freaking rock.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
George Halani was there yesterday. You had some former players around. I saw Kamale Correa.
You did?
There was a lot of former players that were back. But Oladipo's an interesting one. I thought he did a good job. I liked, I thought, like you said, his versatility, nickel, wherever they want to play him, he can do some different things. I hope Ben Dooley gets a shot. You mentioned Ben Dooley. Multi-year starter, Johnny, at O-line. I mean, does Ben Dooley get into a camp?
He's 300 on the dot. That's his biggest challenge. I mean, unless you're going to play center.
And you know what?
Playing in the NFL at 300.
He was doing one of his drills, and I saw him walk, and I actually kind of thought, like, man, he looks like he's in pretty good shape, but almost too good a shape for an O-lineman.
He's 300.
Yeah.
That's what he said he weighed in at. And that's what he has to be. That was his goal, and he's probably going to have to find a way. He said, I think Prater asked him, if you're going to play in the NFL, what do you need to weigh? And he said 310, I think. So something along those lines. But Dooley's a pro. He'll get in a camp and probably impress somebody. But heck, man, there are good players here like Cade Beresford, who wasn't able to survive in that league. And we thought Cade Beresford had a shot to play in the NFL, and he got his shot. And yeah, he'll get one as well. We'll see if he can make the best of it.
All right, any final pro day thoughts? Well, I want to get to today's practice for our final few minutes here. Pro day in the books. You can go back and listen to their show, live interviews. Heck of a job for you and Prater yesterday, getting Ashton Genty on live and some of the guys that you guys did. So go back and listen to their podcast. I highly recommend it. Great show, Idaho Sports Talk. Prater in the ball game yesterday, KTIK.com. We got all the videos up with our interviews as well. So if you want to hear from any of those guys, you can go to Bronco Nation News on YouTube. It's just youtube.com/Bronco Nation News and get all that information right there. All right, what did we see at practice today? What have been our observations through 5 practices? We'll talk about that in a second. But first, Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. When you buy or sell a home with Matt, you get to meet everybody in the picture here. No home is too big or too small for Matt and his team. They're ready to help you out. If you want top dollar, top value, someone that's going to fight for you every step of the way, I can say it firsthand. He did it for me and my family when we bought and sold our house. That's Matt Bauscher, BauscherRealEstate.com. Hey, Ridley's Family Markets. Love that Kuna location down there. When you go into Ridley's, you just get that hometown feel at a grocery store and just love going into Ridley's. Great options, great deals. Download that Skip app. Get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line. But Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. Locations across the Treasure Valley, Magic Valley, and beyond. Hey, if you're looking for a job, how about getting into the trucking industry? Transportation Compliance Service can help you out every step of the way. DOT, overweight, all the different permits and paperwork you need. They'll get you out there towing that first load in no time. It's a local company helping out folks all over the world. TranscomService.com. Johnny, I'm going to have, whenever we finally get home today, I'm going to have a lean feast today. We got some delivered yesterday. Leanfeastmeridian.com. Leanfeastmeridian.com is the correct website, not the one on the bottom of the screen there, but 10,000 plus combinations, steak, shrimp, chicken, fish, all diets, all options. Lean Feast. They're feeding the football team. They're feeding the basketball team. It's good in your refrigerator for 5 days. Pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes at the office, and you're eating like a king. I know Johnny has smelled Mike Prater's Lean Feast numerous times in the office there.
Yes.
Leanfeastmeridian.com. And we just mentioned seeing the Signature Roofing truck go by. Signature Roofing online at mysignatureroofing.com. You can leave us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/BNN. Is the voicemail inbox website, and it's brought to you by Signature Roofing, covering our community for more than 2 decades. Whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an inspection, an estimate, all your roofing needs, hit up Signature Roofing at mysignatureroofing.com. All right, Johnny, final few minutes here. We saw practice today. Any takeaways for you? I have a couple that I wrote down. First of all, he continues to impress. Malik Sherrod, man. I've been super impressed with the Fresno State transfer at running back.
Is he the best player on the offense? And is it even close right now? BJ muted me. Is he the best player on the offense, Malik Sherrod? I think he is. He's having the best camp. I have a hard time believing at this point, BJ, that Malik Sherrod's not going to play a massive role on this team, like a thousand plus scrimmage yards collectively. I see him doing that. I'd love to see him in the return game because he makes guys miss more than anybody on the field.
He had a screen pass today where they gave him the ball, and he made a guy miss and went another 15, 20 yards. I mean,
a coach on the staff told me he's the shiftiest player he's ever seen at Boise State. And I'd be like, well, stop. No, he's the shiftiest player we've had here. That was a coach that told me that. Like, he can flat out play. Bronco Nation's going to love him. Yeah, Malik Sherrod, a very, very important piece to this offense that does not have a lot of explosiveness, guys. They don't have the Genty running for more 50-yard touchdown runs than most teams had last year. Malik Sherrod will help. I like him.
I thought Dylan Riley, he had a really nice run today as well in the running back. And then a guy that I know you guys had on your list is one of the most important players going into spring practice here, Chris Marshall. He was out there full go today, and I saw him make a couple nice catches. That's a very intriguing guy at wide receiver, Chris Marshall.
I love Chris Marshall, man. He just needs to be available. BJ's right. He had a really good practice, caught some very impressive balls on the sideline. The trash talk was at an all-time high today, which was beautiful. And that's, competition. Like Amarion McCoy and Chris Marshall will go at it.
You were down there for that one period. It was a lot of talk today, huh?
A lot of trash talk, man. Which is good. It's Buck Benefield, Amarion McCoy, basically talking trash with Chris Marshall and Malik Sherrod. And those four just back and forth on the sidelines. And it's very entertaining. And, like, Chris Marshall's lining up, and Amarion's guarding him. And Marshall's like, hey, come on, press me. And Amarion's like, I'll freaking press you. I don't care. I'll get you. And then the ball comes or whatever. They don't throw it to Chris Marshall on that play, but they're going at it. And then afterwards, they smile and they hug each other. Like, it's not serious. You're like, damn, they're going at each other hard. Nope, they hug. They love each other.
Yeah.
And Chris Marshall, gosh, if they need him so bad in this offense, guys, that kid can really play. The only problem is he needs to just play. He needs to be out there. And like I said, not a lot of explosive players on this offense that I see out there. Chris Marshall, no question, BJ. Another name real quick. Cam Bates is really good, guys.
Yes.
Receiver.
Yes.
That dude is always open. He had 3 touchdowns, I think, in the red zone deal today. No one else even had 2.
And he had another one where he didn't catch it, but he blew by a guy and was wide open, and he overthrew him.
Yeah, it was a bad ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't Mad Dog who threw that one. But Cam Bates is good, guys. He's the dude who's just like, whoa. Like last year, Matt Lauder, we're like, damn, there's another day for Lauder. Another day. They can't cover him. Just throw to him every time in these scrimmages. And to effect, that was Cam Bates today. So be really excited about Cam Bates, man. Wow.
Bronco 130 says, BJ, take 2 steps back, give Johnny more room. Johnny, you can just take the front if you want.
No, why would you let
Bronco 130?
Why would you let Bronco 69er tell you where your spot is?
Anybody defensively? I thought Benefield. There's some guys. Where else are you going defensively?
Buck Benefield's the best defensive player on the team right now. If Andrew Simpson's worth what we'll see him worth, I'm scared to think what type Benefield could get on an open market.
And we just talked to him about that yesterday, actually.
He is really, really good. He is really big. He's physical. There's a JL Skinner type of vibe. Not as big as Skinner, but maybe more athletic than Skinner. Buck Benefield's going to be a star. He already is, but you can't watch a practice and not be like, wow, Ty Benefield's really good. He looks like he should be in the NFL right now. He's got one of those bodies, BJ. Also defensively, trying to think who else is kind of flying around, making plays. Zion is real steady.
Yeah.
Never seen Zion get beat deep. In the corners, I would say that I think the defense probably had the upper hand today in the drill I saw. I think they did. The offense, Mad Dog would probably disagree with me. But it was a good action today, and the defense, there's some good players there.
Today was practice 5, I believe. I think it's practice 5 today. They were out on the blue. We still haven't seen them in full pads yet. I think that'll be coming here at some point.
Yeah, but even if they're in full pads, they don't do anything. I haven't seen anybody tackle anybody since.
Should we get Coach Rice to stop on for a question?
There's Leon in the Benzo.
Oh, we don't need to give that part away here.
Sorry.
But
Leon's got a nice car.
Yes, he does. We'll stall for a minute and see if he wants to come say hello to us.
So Leon is. What, you guys type yes or no. Do you think Leon? He can see us right now. Is Leon going to walk over and say what up right now on BNN?
He might.
He might. No, I think he probably will.
He might.
I think he probably will. But anyway, where are we going with that?
He is walking over right here. Get ready to give him your headset.
So okay.
It's opening day, Coach Rice. We got our. We're live on BNN right now. We got our opening day. This is a live show from the parking lot here. Yes.
Come on, Coach. Yeah, we love it. Are you a Mariner fan, right?
Yeah, I grew up a Mariner fan.
Okay. Turns.
Went
Turn.
to the 1979 All-Star game in the Kingdom.
You were at that game. You saw the Cobras throw to home plate.
I did.
That's one of the nicest throws I've ever seen. Dave Parker.
Guy out at third base also. Lee Mazzelli hit a home run in the bottom of the 10th.
Lee Mazzelli.
Yeah. Former.
Right?
Was he a pitching coach?
Yes.
Did he end up-
Hey, coach.
Oh, hey guys.
We're doing interviews here in a couple hours.
Yeah.
One thought on the
One thought-
preparations for the crown.
Or one thought on baseball.
That's
Let's,
fine. We'll take it.
Yeah.
the guy I'm going to send out here is Bernie. He's got a million baseball stories.
yeah.
He was a bat boy for the Mariners.
Yes.
I like some of his.
Book someday.
They have
No
amazing
doubt.
stories. The Bat Boys and the Clubbies in baseball.
Right. And then you add the Bernie factor to it. Like when they gave him the Mariner van and he's 16, 17 years old, he gets to drive the Mariner van around, goes and picks
Sweet.
up all his buddies. Can you imagine the chaos? And
Stepped in against Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan.
he stood in the box against Nolan Ryan.
Ryan.
Think about that.
Man, Leon.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
Who's calling you right there?
Well, we got a lot. Hey, you can't look. There's a lot
They'll
going
always
on.
look at coaches' phones, guys. You'll
Yeah.
see some names and they ring
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh boy, yeah,
Anyway.
no doubt.
Let's
No.
go out on the crown, Coach. How you feeling about
I'm going to get to that later.
it? All right.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
fine.
get to that later. I want to talk
All
about
right, all right.
baseball.
Well, all right,
and
all right. You're a Cardinals fan back in the day. I
I
know,
was.
correct?
I was.
Ozzie Smith and company, and
Yep. What was the Hertz? Was the third baseman, right? Ted Simmons,
Ted
the old
Simmons. You talking about
Yeah.
Ken Reitz?
Ken Reitz.
Okay,
Ken
all right,
Reitz.
all
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Simmons was the catcher. Yeah.
Yep.
Keith
Ted
Hernandez made an appearance on the card.
Coleman.
Vince Coleman.
Vince Coleman.
Willie McGee.
Yep.
Back in the day, they Whitey Herzog at the helm.
Yep. But then,
my dad wrote one of Whitey Herzog's books. Actually, two of them.
wow.
Yeah, two of them.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of our former Zags was a hero for the Cardinals. Bo Hart.
Bo Hart. That's right. We've talked
Yeah,
about Bo
we
Hart.
talked about
yes.
Bo Hart. I think I actually have his
You said you have his jersey.
Gonzaga jersey, number 5.
He was one of those guys that came
Yeah.
up, was like 5'7" probably, but
Yeah.
tried his hardest and was a little scrappy utility infielder. And yeah, and in St. Louis, they love you if you're a scrappy 5'7" utility infielder or whatever. He was a heck of a player for a couple.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long his career was.
Yeah,
but
it didn't seem that long.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know. I forgot about his Gonzaga connection though. Okay.
yep, I think he was there when I was there.
What was the last
okay.
baseball game you've attended?
The last baseball game.
Don't say a Boise State baseball game, please.
God, that's a hard one. Probably my little kids' games.
All right.
That's a-
You've told the story that if
no.
Pep-
Max and I went to a Mariner game when he was on that AAU team.
okay.
And no, then the reason I went, it was dog night. Yeah, but we had flown up, so I didn't have my dogs with me. So I'm not sure we watched the game. We just wandered
That
around and
does seem
saw
like
all
that-
the
yeah, that
dogs.
seems like,
yeah. He played yesterday they're finishing up some friendlies. I think he had
Okay.
21 points or something. He's playing good.
But you've been
so.
telling the story. Brock was a heck of a baseball player, right? Or
Yes.
could have, you derailed his career
I did.
by taking him on a
yeah.
vacation.
Yeah, it didn't line up with our vacations very good.
You hear the story, Johnny?
Yeah,
Yes.
he was playing great. He was on a great team up there and hitting the heck out of the ball. And we went away for about 8 days, came back, and everybody had advanced. And he was like, "Oh, I'm behind now." And it probably
You know how
did advance.
baseball is. You're in a heater. You don't want to take 8 days off.
Yeah,
Step back in that box, and his baseball career was done.
it was. Yep, I ruined it, no doubt. But that would have been. Baseball's a lifestyle. You got to sit
Yeah.
out there and especially like in Boise in these spring cold days. I
Oh, yeah.
swear, Simplot's 20 degrees colder, Simplot
Oh.
Fields than.
My kids at Settlers Park.
Yeah.
You show up. It's nice weather. You show up over there for a baseball game. Suddenly, it's windy and 35. or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
you need a winter coat.
Yes,
So, but
it's fun. For the next 6 months, though, that's the best part about baseball. There'll be some game on somewhere. Now I can just go home and flip on. When I was homesick when I first moved out here, that got me through the first year or two. Was just watching Cardinals games.
And you were an old Mariner fan. Okay. Who's your favorite Mariner? It's got to be Griffey, right? Is that who you're?
Yeah, Griffey. I mean, I was in 4th grade. I stayed home
Yeah.
from school sick. 1989, Griffey's debut in Oakland hits that double off Dave Stewart on the wall, and I was just a Griffey fan the rest of my life. Kind of like Jay,
Yeah.
same neighborhood, same city. We just Griffey, A-Rod, Randy, Buhner, Edgar, Tino, Joey
Yes.
Cora. That
Yes.
team not getting to a World Series is
Uh,
Burns talks about it too. Is one of the great tragedies of our life, Leon.
It really
How
is.
do you not? Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love the Mariners. Grew up going to the Kingdom.
Yep.
You know,
I think, and there was, when they opened the Kingdom, a buddy of mine that I grew up with, they open those outfield seats and everybody runs in. I think he was the first guy through the turnstile, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Dave Keller. And I think he got like an award and everything. And
ran through.
it was the very first guy in
opening night.
Opening
77.
night.
That must have been a
77.
huge deal.
Yeah, so he was in 7th grade, 8th grade. I remember his picture being in the paper and all that.
But you
Dave Keller.
remember when the Seahawks and the Mariners were established as a Washington kid? Like, we got pro teams here now? Like, that must have been really cool.
Yeah, it was great. And the Kingdom was a big deal. We played December 5th, 1981. We played the state championship.
You were in the King Bowl?
We were in the King Bowl.
Yeah, they called it the King Bowl because it was
Bowl.
in the Kingdom.
And we were first team from the east side to win the major, the highest level.
Greg Olson was your quarterback?
He was my junior year. He
Yeah,
was
okay.
he was a year older than me. And then he got hurt and then he came back at the end of the season. And the one that
he's a quarterback coach for the Vegas Raiders, right?
You got it.
Yeah,
You
Leon's
got it.
high school buddy.
Yeah,
man.
that's and he was a good football. He was a tough scrappy.
All right. He looked really
Let's
good.
go.
Man.
How good would that be?
He looked really good.
Yeah.
Leon Genty looked awesome yesterday.
That's
Have you ever seen him dunk? Have you seen Genty play basketball?
I haven't.
I haven't either, but
No.
there's folklore with it.
Yeah.
Like he could go and compete with your guys maybe if you had a dunk contest.
Well,
and he's
all those
5'7".
football players are basketball wannabes.
They are.
They
all
wanna be
think they can
hoopers.
ball.
Yeah,
Huh?
They all want to be
They all-
hoopers, no doubt.
All
it's,
right.
it's awesome. Well, good luck with
Thanks,
opening
Leon.
day, guys. I'll send Bernie out.
Love to.
Yeah.
We got to go to football
Oh,
interviews,
nice.
and then we're gonna come see you in a little bit.
Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Coming soon, I think.
Yeah, right. Leon's gonna read that one. I love it.
Yes. Never know who's
All
going
right.
to stop by in the parking lot.
That was
Johnny.
fun.
All right, we got to get out of here. Speaking,
Yeah. Surf City Bill. We've been talking about that for years.
I got to pay him overtime. Okay, last reminder. If you want in, tomorrow's the date. We're drawing the name. If you want to go to the Crown, we're drawing it and giving it away tomorrow. If you're a paying subscriber, you get one entry for free. You just got to email me that you want in. Rains@BroncoNationNews.com. And if you want additional entries, $20 for charity. $20 gets you extra entries, and it goes to the Idaho Youth Sports Commission and also my son's youth baseball team for a travel tournament coming up. And if you're not a paying subscriber, you can jump in as well. $20 goes to charity, and like I said, also a portion goes to my youth. They're selling some tickets, so we're going to give some of the money to my son's baseball team. So BNN is not profiting a penny on this trip. In fact, BNN is losing money on this trip because I have to buy flights at the last minute on 2 days' notice. So BNN is losing money on this trip. We're trying to get some of you down there to go to the Crown Tournament. So if you want to get in, help us out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You can go for the whole tournament, 8 days, tickets to every game, or you can just go for the weekend for a couple days. Heck, if you don't even want to go to the games, just take the trip and just stay in Vegas for a couple days at Circa. So that's what's going to be happening, and today is the last day for that. You need to get it in by midnight. And if you want to subscribe, you get the free entry. We'd love to have you. If you're going to pay the $20, you might as well just pay $50. Subscribe for a year and get a free entry into the tournament. So you subscribe. And you know what? If you subscribe today, if you're a new subscriber today, I'll give you 2 entries. How about that? Subscribe to BNN, $50 using the promo code. You get 2 entries, which I guess would be 40, so you get $10 off. But $50, BNN, 50 deal. You get you subscribe today. We'll give you 2 free entries. We're going to draw that on. We're going to draw that entry fee, or that winner, tomorrow morning during the show at 9 a.m. Because somebody could be going as early as Sunday if they want to be down there for the game on Monday. So we're going to go do our football interviews. Then we've got basketball interviews after that. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching BNN live from the parking lot here at Boise State. We appreciate all of our great sponsors that make shows like this possible. This is a free show you just watched on social media for almost an hour here. So hopefully you can return the favor, go support all of our great sponsors, and subscribe, and keep this thing, this whole big circle, going and working with everybody. So support the sponsors, go subscribe. If you want in the tournament, the raffle for the tournament, let me know. And we'll talk to you guys later. We got football interviews. We got basketball interviews. We'll get all that stuff up, posted shortly here to social media and up on our YouTube channel. And then Jay and I will be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News live from the parking lot here at BroncoNationNews.com.
Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, RowPaint.com. Our major sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union, Taco Bell, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, Jackson's, and our contributing sponsors, Signature Roofing, Western Collective, Snake River Pool and Spa, Transportation Compliance Service, Boucher Real Estate, Ridley's Family Markets, Circa Las Vegas, Lean Feast, and Timberstone Golf Course.